scouts. Nothing there. Yeah. My scouts. Always getting sent on dumb missions by me. Hello? Another destroyed bridge. The boards have given to rot, but the columns stand still, strangely enough. On your orders, we could rebuild it. Okay. Yo, I fixed the bridge. Which lady? It sometimes said centimeters. What? Sometimes said cemeteries are places of eternal peace. Well, in my experience, it's quite the opposite. Other grounds are deathly dangerous, and woes befall many who go there. There's this witch lady licking the skull with another on it. Every turn, one turn start, destroy the lowest unit. Okay, so I have to make her the lowest unit. Draw blitzes. Damage unit by 1, repeat. Banish any number of cards from the graveyard. Okay. So draw blitz cards.
Arbalist to your command. Armor won't save.
Oh. What?
Lyria! One bolt all I need.
Alright. What the frick, frag? Alright, bring it back. Frick.
Give me a target. Arbalist to your command.
Okay, so I have to get everyone on 19 health, I assume. Banish any number of units from graveyard, then damage all units by the on a road by the amount banished. Okay. Boost to allies, destroy all enemies. Yeah. Okay, so I can damage her by 4. Or by 8. No, I can't get that. Can I get this? Yes. Interesting. What's on the graveyard? This place. Right. We play this.
Armor won't save.
No, we don't want to do that. We messed it up.
One bolt all I
We didn't want to play that. We cooked ourselves. Wait, what's my hero about? Damage all enemies and all other enemies from the same power. I see. So we need to get you. And then damage all enemies by the amount. So. It would be better doing 6 damage to these, deal 6 damage to her, and hope that I archer her. Is she targetable? What does it mean by she? She took me damage. Oh, my hero. That's not. Okay.
Give me a target. Arbalist at your command.
And then we'll go.
Armor won't say.
Boop.
Lyria!
And then we'll go. Banish all units from the graveyard, then boost. And that will end. And then we'll play this. Man. Did you kill yourself? We bloody did it. Now we get this treasure. And we loot her goods. What are these? Day 1, we established a settlement boundary and begun work on a palisade. I think that's the wall. God's willing, we'll turn these swamps into fertile fields yet. Argon will be in breadbasket of all of this area. I don't understand. The fields we plough one day are covered in thorny vines. The next, the sheep are dying one after another. Everything's rotting. The rain hasn't stopped, supplies are running low, and we're no yield from harvest. There's so many mosquitoes. There's only 3 of us left. Tomorrow, we make it. We try to make it. We're all dead. That's sad. They try to make a better life for themselves. In a discount. And it did not fail. Do we need to pray? No. Skip.
The Lyrians marched in silence, too tired to keep in step with the drums. Suddenly, the wind rose to a howl, and there was a loud crash of thunder.
Blast!
Meve leapt from her saddle.
We camp here. Pitch the tents, quickly! Quickly!
As the soldiers rushed to unload the wagons, a wall of water came down, soaking them to the bone. Later, they sat in their leaky tents, huddled, teeth chattering, violent coughs rocking their frames. The storm raged the night through, then finally passed before dawn. Meve emerged from her tent to wring out her coat. Reynard approached, his gait heavy, his face grim.
Your Majesty, several men of the 11th, a dozen or so, sought to flee last night. Sentries stopped and bound them. Now they await your judgment.
Meve fastened her still wet coat. She knew well why the men had tried to desert. They longed for their kin, had lost sight of victory, perhaps even no longer believed. Yet the marching and fighting seemed destined to go on forever. The Queen sympathized. She too was spent, and many doubts plagued her. Yet she knew the deserters had to be punished. The question was, to what extent? Meve entered the tent where the prisoners stood. Some of the men looked away, ashamed at their deed. Others raised their gazes to meet hers, their eyes red, tearful, pleading.
You all know the penalty for desertion.
Meve said to the soldiers bound at wrist and foot.
I ought to have every last one of you hanged. Yet, we've come far along a treacherous road. Endured hardships extreme. This I considered against your crime. You shall lose rank and receive no pay for 1 year. Now get out of my sight. Immediately!
The deserters mumbled their gratitude and rushed out of the tent, fearing the Queen might yet change her mind. Meve then left for her quarters, anger and bitterness eating her up from the inside.
Did we lose the thing? Yeah, I wouldn't run away. Like, the swamp is horrific. Did I get a new card? Is that what this is? Trying to tell me? This enforcement? Choose an ally and play all copies of it from your deck. You know what? Let's use this. It's a tactic. Does that mean it goes here? What is this one? Damage 3 units by 3 or damage for them instead. I kind of like that one. Mandrake. Let's get rid of the heal. We'll mix it up. Mix it up. Mixing. Oh. That's a cool card. Let's have a look, see. You want to shuffle some things out? Play a copy of this unit from your deck. Apply fire. Slingers. Trinket. You know what, let's get rid of the scythe boys. We've used them a lot. Force an enemy to damage discarded warrior. Disgraced warrior by its power. Then damage that enemy by discarded warrior. Disgraced warrior's power. Death wish. Strengthen all other skelly bobs. Let's grab you. Let's grab you. Grab you guys. What else can we grab? What do you do again? Damage all enemies with the same power by 2. You know, let's just grab like all of the other stuff. Or a few of the other stuff. Like, what else do we want? I thought we had already grabbed those, but that's fine. Do we not have more cards? I thought we had more than this. Oh well.
Gods,
Moving on.
have we passed the Vedald into hell?
None is to step off the path without clear orders to do so.
Yes. Reports. Character will speak to truth. Scouts are more powerful when fighting an army marching from south. The MILFs are gonna fight. But saw no evidence of its source. The queen drew her sword and battered away mosquitoes that swarmed her face. Only then could she see the creature as it emerged from the bog. A water hag, her yellowed fangs dripping with saliva, her tongue writhing like a snake. This dead guy. Regular battle. Let's go with this. Lucky we took this guy. What should we hold
Left,
him?
right, left, right.
And I guess. I'm a vampire.
Don't like this.
Well, we'll play this guy.
Again
Oh,
and
this.
again and again.
Get a dwarf. We return a card to my hand. Is that what it does? I don't know. Yeah. Get in the deck. Pick a card. This one.
Feel any burning? See a local healer or wise woman?
Forgot what he does. Boost all allies and damage enemies. Play 2. Destroy return ally. Draw. Play 2 blitz units. Let's play on this guy. I was hoping it would go to my hand so I could take him after he got back to the wall.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
Damage enemy and all other enemies stand back by 2. So these ones. Let's go. Then let's go like this. And then let's play the Mandrake.
Cursed traitors.
Oh, we got that guy. We got this. And then we'll end. I was gonna pass actually. Forgot that because I'd done all those things. But that's fine. Now we'll just go all out. And let's go. are gold. God dang it. Let's finish drawing. Let's go. Don't stop by 2, enemies by 3. Strengthen other skills in hand, by 2. Oh, these guys do the same thing. I don't know. You know what, let's check this out. Let me just have it. Who made it rain?
Sod it.
Twice.
Sod it all.
Fine, we'll get rid of the rain. She cast a spell to make it rain, but my Pathfinder was like, actually it's not raining, and so it stopped. That's how it works, right? My regular human said it's not raining when this monster cast a spell. I mean, I believe it. You know what, let's use this tactic. Choose an ally and play all copies from your deck. Let's not use
Give me a time.
Let's do this. Give me a target.
Arbalist at your command.
Yes. There we go. Get in my deck. And then we'll go. What's he do? Skelly Bobs from the graveyard. Play a copy of this unit from your deck.
Mahjong.
Pick him.
Mahjong.
Chuck him out. Oh, that's the royal ability. Right. That's when I use this. It's me not paying attention to what I'm doing. Rude. And annoying, to be honest. And then annoying that I got this as well, because that's not what I wanted to draw. Because I wanted to use this. Actually, do we have forages in here? Forager, no. No. Drum boys? We have drum boy in hand? No. We had a drum boy, that would have been good.
May the disgrace ends here! Time I wiped it away!
And let's go. There's a stone rubber one. Drain? One random enemy.
I'm a monster. Lyria!
Well, this just says 2 damage every time. I could have used him to punch someone. Myself and 2 enemies by 3.
And just when you thought things were about to get dull.
Yeah, see. Just when you thought things were about to get dull. Oh. He just got eaten. Oh, Gascon's dead.
Come on, kill me!
I guess I should have just passed, but what is he fighting? A harpy? What's this hideous bird woman? Bang, bang. I'm just drinking as more things approach.